It's 7 o'clock at night and I'm going to bed. No, I'm lying, it's 6 o'clock. I've got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. And no, lying. 3 o'clock in the morning. And I've just got up and I haven't had a wink of sleep. And I haven't slept for over a week. And I'm dying. I am dying. And I am dreading today. I am absolutely dreading it. I've got a lift at 4 o'clock. So we've stopped at the service station. And it is about 7 o'clock in the morning and we're going to get there for about 9 o'clock in the morning. So this will have been, by the time we get there, a 346 miles drive. And as you can see, I got a lift to go up because I am dying. I'm so tired. And so I've got a lift there and a lift back. But this is funny because I still haven't slept. I'm so tired, but oh dear me. But at the same time, I'm getting quite excited because I've got a job interview, and the interview is at whatever time. But just wait till you see where it is. I can't actually film the job itself, which is a shame, because I'm getting a tour and I'm getting picked up by somebody to look at it. So I'm gonna film in a bit. I'm gonna try and get some sleep, but I don't think I will. Doggies have gone for a wee. It's quite busy. For this time at morning, it's quite busy anyway. You can see the sky over there is just starting to get light now. So, won't be long till we're there. Another couple of hours, and then when I'm there, I've got to hang about for a couple of hours or so, and then I'm going to show you what's coming next. I haven't got much of a clue myself, but this is quite fun. Well, I'll tell you something, when I come home tonight, I better be sleeping, because, oh gosh. Look, you've got your Burger King over there, and your Greggs. I don't know if you can see that in the distance over there. It's a ferry. I'm going on a ferry for a job interview, and the ferry is an hour long. We've got a lift over, so we're going in the car. Doggies, 2 people, and it's costing, I think it was £48 return with the car. So we've got about half an hour to wait before we can get on it, because you've got to get here half an hour early at least, and then you've got to wait in the queue with all the cars and wait for the ferry to empty from the last passengers, and then we'll get called on in about 20 minutes. My job interview, I've got somebody waiting for me on the other side in an hour, and they're going to take me around the complex and show me around and tell me what the job is and show me all the facilities. And then I have my job interview, and then I don't think I'll find out today. I don't know how it works, but what would have happened if I'd have gone on foot is the next ferry back is at 2:30, but I won't get there till 1:30ish. So that would give half an hour to do everything, so that wouldn't be enough time. So then I'd have to have caught the next ferry, which is 4:30. So there'd have been then too much time. And without a car or anything, I wouldn't have had nothing to do. So we've took the car, and we're taking that with us so we can just go around Ireland for a couple of hours after interview and then come back. So whether I get the job or not, it's been a day out. It's been a knackering day out, but it's a day out. I'll just show you the ferry. You can see it there. The window's filthy from sea salt. So now you know it's a job interview. So fingers crossed that it's a decent one and I get it and I like it there. But it's on a lovely island, so I can't film when I'm on the island, the hotel and that itself. I can't obviously film the interview, but seeing as we're going over in car, I can show you some of the island afterwards. So and doggies are getting excited because they're going on a boat. They're going on a boat trip. Babies are going on a boat trip. Yay! Where are you going, babies? You're going on a boat. She's going to an island, honey girl. Honey loves the islands, don't you, baby girl? Yeah! Boo Boo's excited and she's dancing. Yay! Hey girl! Babies! We're going on a boat! Yay! Super excited! Look at this! Whoa! Whee! That's where we're going. So I'm here on the island. I've just had the job interview and it is a massive con. I'm not going to tell you what island I'm on and I'm not going to tell you what the job is. But I've been told by one person it's salaried £17,250 a year. And then when I got there they said it's £9 an hour. Now if it's salaried, that means you're getting paid that no matter what. The lady I spoke to, we had a language barrier and I think she was vaguely, it's too windy, I think she was being vague on purpose to con me into getting there. Basically she's said it's 12 hours a day cleaning. That includes laundry, scrubbing rooms, hotel rooms. It's a 5-star hotel and it's beautiful. It's hard work and I don't think I'm up for it. I don't. 12 hours a day, 15-minute break in the morning, 15 in the afternoon and half-hour lunch. Sorry, it's windy and I'm trying to get this. Okay, so there's that. Then £72 a week for accommodation, and then I said, what's it like, and she wouldn't show it to me, which is in itself a big red flag. Basically, I'd be sharing a bathroom with 5 other people and sharing a kitchen with 5 other people, and I'd only get my own bedroom and paying £72 a week. Then she said, but you get free Wi-Fi. No, you don't get free anything because you're paying for it. And then when I came out of there and tried the Wi-Fi, there was none, and there's no phone signal either, so they're lying. So she's going to phone me today to let me know if I've got it, and I don't care if she says you have, because I don't want it. I feel really upset because it's cost me £100 today to come here. At the same time, it's a day out, innit? And look at this. This is a beautiful island. I mean, it's huge. See ferries down there. Beautiful place, beautiful place. But am I prepared to work 12 hours a day? Or 6 days a week as well. 6 days a week, and I went, hang on, it's out of season right now. I thought it was 5 days. She said, oh no, it'll be 5 days when we've got all the staff quota. And I thought that is suspicious in itself. Because summer, spring, when it is busy, that's when you expect to be working 6 days then, not in winter. So it's 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts, sharing bathrooms, kitchens, 15-minute breaks. You're not allowed to use your car to walk around all the lodges and stuff. You've got to walk around with all your stuff. One of the hotels is old, so it doesn't have lifts. Very narrow corridors. You've got to carry all the boxes with the cleaning products down the corridors and up the stairs. And I thought, I'm going to die doing this job. I've got to be honest with myself. I'm 50 years old and I can't work like that anymore. It is grueling for an 18-year-old to do that sort of work. So I'm disappointed in one way and glad in another that I outed him, because I made her answer all my questions, and there was a lot of discrepancies in what she was saying, and I thought, typical sales reps, get you in, and then when you're in, it's too late then, isn't it? You'll find out the hard way that it's actually shite. So, beautiful place, but not for staff, and I'm going to be honest about that, so I don't want the job. So it's back to square one, getting no job offers. It's December, the hardest time of the year to find a job, and I've got no money left, and shite, my car needs fixing as well. So I'm going to do some more little bits on the island. We've got another hour and then we've got to be back on the ferry because it's booked to go back, and I'll try and get some footage on there. But yeah, hello and goodbye to this beautiful island, but I'm not going to be living here. Oh. Anyway, bye. Some other points that I have to make is, one, when I finished the interview with this lady who was very stone-faced, and bear in mind this is my first dealings with this woman who I would be working with, if she was that formal and stone-faced in an interview, imagine what the hell she's like to work with. Oh God. I was asking her all kinds of questions like, is it formal, informal, and she was so vague at answering the questions, and she didn't like answering me, and she was deliberately mumbling some things, so I couldn't quite catch what she was saying. But she said something about you'll be doing night call outs, and then she changed the subject, and I'm like, hang on a minute, night, eh? I've just been talking with Paul about it because he's brought me here, and he said it's not good that you're sharing a bathroom with 5 people and a kitchen with 5 people, because when you share with that many people and it's only a small bathroom, it holds you back. So you've got to get up extra early to use the bathroom to make sure you've had your shower for work. Everybody starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, so everyone's going to be scrambling for the same toilet and same bathroom, and I thought, I can't do that. I have to have my own ensuite. For £72 a week I expect my own ensuite in a living job. So when I finished the interview as well, this is another thing. Bear in mind, these people know the ferries inside out here. I told them I set off at 4 o'clock this morning, and it's now 3:30 in the afternoon, okay? She didn't, the guy, when I came in, made me got me to get a cup of tea and that lot. He was a nice guy, really friendly and chatty. But I had that drink before she turned up, and when she turned up, she never offered me anything, like a cup of tea, something to eat, anything. When the interview was finished, it was, what, 2:30-ish, 2:45. She said, oh, I guess you'll be getting the 5:30 ferry, won't you? And I went, yeah. And she went, right, so I'll see you then. How you get in there? And I said, my friend's picking me up. And she went, right, okay, follow me. And took me out of a fire exit. So that's not a good sign in itself, is it? You know, disrespected me. So basically threw me out of the fire exit door at the side of the building, and then turned round and went, see you later, knowing I had a 3-hour wait for the ferry. Didn't offer me a cup of tea or nothing, and didn't even acknowledge the fact that there's actually no phone signal on the island up there, and there's no Wi-Fi. So I couldn't even phone Paul up to say, can you come and get me? So I had to walk a mile to the seafront before I could get a signal, before I could ask him for a lift. So she just threw me out on the street basically, and they want me to go and work for them. So we've just worked out. I don't know if I've already said this because I'm doing this in split things, but I got told it was £9 an hour there, but I've already been told I'm on a salary by the agency, and they are not tallying, and I don't trust people when they can't get the story straight as well, you know.
on a salary of £17,000 a year, divided by 72 hours a week, that is well below minimum wage, and yet she's making out I'd be well off. But 15-minute break in the morning, 15-minute break in the afternoon, and half an hour lunch on a 12-hour shift, I think that is disgusting. I'm 50 years old. Do you know what? I'll be dead. Oh, dear me. So my thing now is I have changed a lot. I am not accepting second best anything. I'm not. If I'm destitute, I'm destitute, right? I'm just going to have to be destitute because I'm holding out for the right job where I'll be respected. I think it's a disgusting thing to make somebody work that long and that hard. And we've just been talking about the Polish, you know. They're all leaving because of this Brexit thing. And when you look at the jobs they've left behind, you can understand how flipping hard they work, you know. I mean, these people come over here and they do work 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, and they don't complain, and they work hard. And the Brits are like, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing it. So then we accuse the Polish of taking our jobs, but actually they haven't, because we won't do them. We won't work for that. I'm not doing it. Now, Paul worked out that if I was getting £9 an hour and I was working 72 hours a week, I would be on 600 and something pounds a week. Now, maybe in my mind I could justify doing a couple of weeks, but then another lie. On their website, they clearly state that all wages are paid weekly. And in that interview, she mumbled that you get paid monthly. So they would get at least a month's work out of me before I got paid. So I would have to give them 4 weeks, which covers Christmas, doesn't it? So that's what they're doing. They're basically getting Christmas staffing, knowing that they have to stay for the 4 weeks to get the money. Or you don't get paid, basically. So whoever starts now is going to do 4 weeks work. So I can't do it. I can't give that much of myself for that little anymore, because it's just ridiculous. And I was looking forward to living here on this island because it's got everything that I want, everything. But it comes at a massive cost. And if I actually took that job, I wouldn't even see the island, because 12-hour shifts over 6 days means the 1 day off a week that I get, I will be in bed. That's all I'll be doing. I won't even be bothered to go and explore the island. It's a ferry coming in. You can't see it. Oh, yeah, you can. We're going home now from the Dove job and the lovely island that we didn't get to see because we didn't have time. See all the people up there going on the ferry, they're all the walk-ons. Bye, lovely island. We didn't get a chance to see it.
And follow the instructions from the crew members at your Gloucester station.
So to get out of here,
Unless specifically instructed to do so.
Oh my god. Crap.
Anyone taking children on deck are asked to ensure they are not lifted or held above the height of the ship.
Can't get out. Can't get doggies out.
All passengers, dog owners, other than those with assistance dogs, are requested.
7:15 and we are still in Scotland near the ferry. I am absolutely wiped out. I haven't slept since 2 days ago. The lady who interviewed me today said she was going to phone me back today and let me know how I got on with the interview and let me know if I've got the job, and she hasn't even phoned me. I don't want it, but the point is she didn't even do that, so it just shows you how rude people are. They knew I travelled over 300 miles each way at the expense of, what, 150 quid or so, factoring in food, petrol, ferry, everything, just to go for a naff job in a naff place. Anyway, I'm really tired, so we're going to head off back. Probably get back tomorrow morning, so that'll have been a 24-hour road trip on the road just to achieve nothing. So that's the end of my mega adventure, and it's quite funny because I thought this was going to be the change of my life, and it's actually back to square one. So sorry for the anticlimax. Bye bye. Just a quick update, I'm back home. This is actually Thursday now, so 2 days later. We got back at 2:30 yesterday morning, and I've got to say that I don't know what's happened, but I've gone on to a real downer because I found out that I was conned. Basically, I've got some enemies with the Freemasons in Scotland. Because I take people on, and I'm not an horrible person, but I stand up for myself, but because I've done that, I've made some enemies, and what they've been doing is stitching me up with jobs. And this happened at a few months ago, the one where I did the runner. Do you remember when I did the runner from that job? That was a set-up job, and this one was a set-up job. And basically what it was is the job was advertised on Gumtree and on their site. I applied on their site and didn't even get any response for it. Then it came up on Gumtree through an agency, so I went for that, and they got in touch with me straight away. Now, I've been lied to about a lot of things, and I'm really angry, actually, really angry, because what happened is they got back to me and said, you're the perfect person for the job, we really want you, they're keen to see you, so can you come over? And I said, look, I'm in England at the moment, and this is on a Scottish island, and it's a 300 and something mile trip each way. It's a long way. Can we just do a Skype interview? And the guy says to me, they already want you. It's just a case of you need to go there and see them, because they want to do a face-to-face with you. So to be honest with you, I thought the job's in the bag, and that is why I said my life is about to change, because I thought it is, because I've been promised this job. Pretty much, not 100% promised, but you know what I mean. It was sounding really positive and everything else. I sent my CV. They read the CV. They said it was excellent, and they were really impressed. So I went there. You saw the video I've just done about it. So I knew it was a dud job when I got there, and I thought there's something, I don't know, I just thought it's a crap job. The lady didn't phone me back. So the next morning, that was yesterday, I phoned the agency guy, and I said, I'm going to give you some feedback from this job, because they haven't contacted me, which is very rude considering how far I went. So the agency guy said, I'm going to get in touch with them and find out what's going on. So he emailed me later, and he said, unfortunately you didn't get the job. And I thought, okay. And then he said the reason that they gave is because you had too much movement on your CV. You've had too many jobs in the last few years. And I thought, no, that is a massive lie. That is an absolute massive lie, because I work in the tourist industry, which is renowned for movement. There's not many hotels that are open all year round. Most jobs in the tourist industry are seasonal or temporary, and everyone knows that. So I knew that was a lie, and I thought, why would they lie? And then I thought, there's something's just not right. It's not adding up, the reason why I didn't get it. And I says to the guy, if it was down to my CV, why did they allow me to go from England to Scotland and spend, it actually came to £170? Why did they allow me to waste all my time and all my money to go for a job that they knew I wasn't going to get before I got there if it was down to the CV? When I got to the job, they had the CV sat in front of them. And we talked about my work history and stuff like that, and they said they was impressed. So how come suddenly the reason I got the interview in the first place became the reason